What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my preview of Manchester City's home game against Aston Villa. It's our last home game for nearly a month. Must-win game in the Premier League. It's Manchester City taking on Aston Villa on Sunday, February 12th, 2023 with a 4:30 PM GMT kickoff time. Anyone go in, enjoy it. I'm sure it'll be a very unusual yet passionate atmosphere at the Etihad Stadium. The game is also live on TV in the UK. If you're watching, it is live on Sky Sports. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're also in the description below, and also sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Leave a thumbs up, 100 likes is the aim. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. And finally, this video is sponsored, and like all my previews, it's brought to you by BetMate, who have got a whopping £600 pot for this game. To join the pot, just download the app. The link is in the description. It's a free app to download. Use code JSGC10 on sign up and you'll get £10 in free bets. And then all you need to do is select the City v Villa £600 pot. If you're wondering, the code is FF-MCI-AVI, and you can use them free bets to join. It's a £5 entry fee. It's available to anybody in the UK who is aged 18 or over. £180 available to first place, and they're paying out to the top 30 places. I'm in the pot. Are you? Go and check them out. It's much like fantasy football, so if you're good at fantasy football and you enjoy fantasy football, you'll enjoy BetMate as well. Links and details there in the description, and we will speak more about BetMate and that pot later on in the video. So, this match, it's the first game for Manchester City since them Premier League charges came out. Over 100 charges. Fans, they're wanting to put displays, they're wanting to boo some kind of anthem. I'm going to put out a suggestion out there. Why doesn't everybody, when the players are walking out and they've got the Premier League logo in the middle of the pitch, and they've got the Premier League logo here, there and everywhere, why don't all the fans turn around and do a massive Poznan instead? We've done it quite a few times at Wembley. I think it looks amazing. Also could set up a really nice passionate bit of atmosphere for the players. I think it looked really cool for the players to walk out to. The fans are making their stands, the backs are turned, and they're making an atmosphere to show that everybody, including the players, the coaches and the fans, they're up for the fight, because it feels like right now that it is everybody against Manchester City. But we don't care, because we've got some of the best available to us. We're going to go and put that on display. The fans will back the club through thick and thin. We already know that. And we want to know, will the players be sticking with the club through thick and thin and putting in a really good display for this game to win this game? That would be fantastic. So that's just my suggestion. A big Poznan would be fantastic. People want to get a gathering outside the Etihad Stadium and do a big round of applause for the players coming in to let them know that the fans are behind them as well, which I think would also be good. So we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, Poznan, that's my suggestion. Anyway, more on to this game. Manchester City needing to win. Missed opportunity last week with us to try and make gains on Arsenal at the top of the Premier League. Arsenal lost away last Saturday against Everton, so in the Sunday game against Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester City had a chance to pull that gap from 5 points to 2 points, with Arsenal having a game in hand. However, not happened. Manchester City lost that game against Tottenham away from home. Surprise, we didn't score either. Surprise. And so it's pretty much as you were. Now, Arsenal, once again, like last weekend, playing on the Saturday, they're at home against Brentford. So if Brentford could put in a repeat performance of what they put in against us at the Etihad, then they have every chance of potentially picking up some points. So we'll see what happens with that. But City could be 8 points behind, with Arsenal also having a game in hand, which is going to be taking place, I think, right at the beginning of March against Everton. Not a pushover, as they found out last week away from home. So anything could happen, really. So City just need to win their games, and if City win every single game between now and the end of the season, then in my opinion City will be Premier League champions. So we'll see. City just needs to take it one game at a time. Obviously we've got that massive game against Arsenal coming up next, but all focus needs to be on this game, because if we don't win this game, then we're making life very difficult for ourselves. So all focus has to be on Villa, and with Arsenal, all focus for them needs to be on Brentford. But this isn't going to be an easy game for Manchester City. Villa sitting in 11th place. They're on 28 points from 21 games. They've won the previous 2 games. That was a home match against Leeds and an away match against Southampton before their last game lost last weekend at home to Aston Villa by 4-2. But for Aston Villa, their season's pretty much 4 wins, and their season's done and dusted. Their objective has been achieved. They've hit the 40 points, and they'll be staying in the Premier League for at least another season. They're currently 5 points behind 7th place, 6 points behind 6th in the European places. I do fancy that Liverpool and Chelsea between now and the end of the season will start to find a little bit of form and start picking up points. So it'll be very difficult for Villa to make a European place, but if they can start picking up wins here and there, including games away against Manchester City, these are bonus games with bonus 3 points, then there's no reason why they can't start targeting a potential European position for them by the end of the season. But I imagine they'll probably assess the situation again by the international break in March, and I imagine Villa will be wanting to sit on north of 40 points, knowing that they're safe and they can have a free hit, potentially if they can get a little run of form towards the end of the season, to potentially make a European place. Now Aston Villa, led by Unai Emery, normally a very hard manager when he sets his team up to be stubborn, they're hard to break down, clinical on counters. So that's what City need to be careful of here. So some dangers. Ollie Watkins up top. Leon Bailey's got precision and pace that could hurt Manchester City. Buendia out wide. Douglas Luiz, former Manchester City man in defensive midfield as well. Lucas Digne. Ashley Young, if he's going to start. If he does start, needs running at in my opinion. But, players like Tyrone Mings. Konsa will probably be sitting alongside him as well. In net, Martinez, World Cup winner with Argentina. They've got other players that could be featuring this game. Players like McGinn, Matty Cash, Dendoncker, Coutinho. There's lots of quality dotted around that Aston Villa team. So Manchester City, if they want to win this game, quite simply need to turn up and play a very, very good game. Villa team is a decent team. It's a team that's capable of staying up. It's capable of finishing in the top half. The question is it capable of mounting a challenge for a potential European place next season? We'll have to wait and see. For Manchester City, the simple question is, are we going to turn up? How motivated are the staff and players right now after the news broke on Monday of Manchester City's charges by the Premier League? Now, I've done this video before Pep Guardiola's press conference. I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting press conference, and it's going to tell me how motivated he is and how motivated the players are. If Pep comes in firing shots here, there and everywhere, then that's telling me he's well up for the fight. If Pep Guardiola looks a bit subdued, then it's telling me maybe the atmosphere around the dressing room and around the coaching staff isn't the atmosphere that City would be looking for right now. So it'll be a very interesting one. By the time I've recorded this video, Pep Guardiola hasn't done his press conference. He might have done that though by the time this video is uploaded. So stay tuned to social media. I'm sure there'll be more about that. Now, as I said, are Manchester City going to be strong from that news on Monday? Are they going to be angry? Are they going to be sad? Are they going to be down and out? We'll see how they perform on the pitch. If Manchester City's heads have dropped, then Aston Villa could take something away from this game. Drop points here and an Arsenal win. It's an absolute disaster going into Wednesday's game. So focus is key for this game. Now, in terms of team news, John Stones is out. Phil Foden's training. Not sure if he's going to be in contention for this game or not. I would like to see 4 or 5 changes from our last game. We lost our last game, so it's a chance here for a bit of rotation to get in some more senior players, to give them the opportunity to really take the game by the scruff of the neck, to really show their experience, to see if they can cement their place back into the Manchester City starting 11. So I'm talking about players like Gundogan, Ruben Diaz, Aymeric Laporte. These players need to step up and show their capabilities. I think all 3 of them players I just named there are going to start in this game. We'll see though. Pep Guardiola. Anyone could start. Now, I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. I'm going for Ederson to start in goal. I think it's going to be Walker at right back. And I've gone with Gomez at left back. That's an interesting call from me there, ahead of Nathan Ake. I just feel like Sergio Gomez might offer offensively City a little bit more. We lacked a bit of creativity. We lacked a bit of attacking finesse going forward against Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham Hotspur were going to sit deep. They sat deep at the Etihad. They didn't create that much. They didn't create that much at their own ground. It was City's own mistakes costing them very dear. And Aston Villa are going to do pretty pretty much the same. They're going to be patient. They're going to wait for the ball. They're going to wait for the opportunities. There's going to be 2 or 3 good opportunities, and if they put them away, then City could be in bother. So it's all about grabbing that first goal, putting our opposition under pressure, and making things happen. So we have to go over an attacking lineup. Walker on the right-hand side. If we want to go over back 3, Walker is the right side of centre-back. Laporte is the left side of centre-back. And Ruben Diaz going through the middle. Sergio Gomez could be given the freedom. It might just suit him. You have to give him a chance. We have to wait and see. The same with Kalvin Phillips. At some point, he has to be given an opportunity. Now I'm going for Rodri. He's made a mistake in the last game. Give him a little rest and have him good to go for Arsenal. He's a fantastic player. I'd like to see Gundogan going in at holding midfield. I just feel like offensively it's going to offer Man City so much more, and I'm expecting Villa here to sit deep and sit firm. And if that's the case, City are going to need more than just passing it sideways and moving the ball from one side to the other. There has to be more directness to the team, and I feel like there's a little bit more directness when Gundogan's playing in holding midfield. It might create a little few more gaps for Villa to potentially exploit, but this is a home game. City needs to be going for this. They need to be winning this game. So giving a rest there for Nathan Ake, giving a rest there for Rodri as well. Gundogan in, sitting alongside Bernardo, Silva. I'd have De Bruyne sitting behind Haaland, Mahrez on one side, Grealish on the other. If Phil Foden's fit to start, I'd be getting him on either the left or the right hand side. Yeah, because I feel like he's one of our best attacking players. We need to utilise him. It means we've got options from the back players like Alvarez, Rodri, Foden, Phillips, Ake, Akanji, Lewis. These are all options for Manchester City from the bench, along with Stefan, Ortega, Moreno. Now in terms of my score prediction, I'm going for a 2-0 solid win for Manchester City. It'll do City the world of good to grab a couple of goals, a bit of a confidence boost, a clean sheet, and go from there going into our game against Arsenal midweek. Our best preparation we can have for that game, no matter what happens this weekend, is Manchester City winning this game. Great prep. That's what City needs to make happen. Make it happen any which way possible. Now, in terms of betting tips, I'm going for Erling Haaland to score any time. I'm backing him to score from the spot. I've not seen City pick up a penalty in the Premier League in a little while, so I'm going for City to get a goal from the spot on Erling Haaland to grab that one any time for Manchester City. Interesting to see if the referees do give us any penalties and what the words are from the Premier League with this ongoing bitterness going on. Everything's very interesting. It's going to be a very strange atmosphere at the Etihad on Sunday. You mark my words. Very interesting though. Now, in terms of today's video sponsor, BetMate, £600 pot, £5 entry fee. Remember, if you're going to sign up, use my link in the description, and then that's going to automatically put in code JSGC10 on sign up for you to get £10 in free bets. It means you can join this pot for free. My team for this pot, I'm going for Ederson in goal and hopefully keeping a clean sheet for Manchester City. I've got Diaz and Laporte. I'm hoping they're going to start, and I'm hoping they're going to impress and get in some good points here for me. I've gone for Douglas Luiz, former Manchester City man. I rate him. I think he's a top quality player, good in the air, good with his feet, so I'm backing him to have a good game here against Manchester City. I've got him sitting alongside Kevin De Bruyne in the middle, and I've gone with Mahrez and Haaland up top. On the bench, I've got Martinez, Young, Buendia and Watkins. Remember, you can change your teams up until 5 minutes before kickoff. Utilise your bench if you're going to be busy and you're not going to be able to change your BetMate team when the teams have been announced around an hour before kickoff, so it can put yourself in a strong position to be able to win the pot without needing any bits of rotation to check for yourself. If you're going to the game, for example, struggling with service, or you're going to be busy or whatever, then that puts you into a really strong position. So do remember, utilise your bench, and my tip is to put players on the bench that are more than likely going to start in this game, because worst case scenario, if you're going to take a risk or two in your team, then the bench is there to help back you up if you're not able to rotate once teams have been announced. Now, BetMate are running freebies throughout February that you can go and join for free as well. Do keep an eye out for them. The app's free to download, worthwhile trying if you're 18 or over and based in the UK, in my opinion. The normal rules do apply. It's not available to anybody outside the UK, unfortunately, due to the gambling laws here in the UK. If you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So let's go. The Premier League doesn't like us. No one likes us. But we don't care. Let's annoy everyone again. Let's win another Premier League game here. Let's put ourselves in a strong position. Hell, let's go on a massive winning run. Let's go and win the Premier League in May. Imagine how annoyed everyone's going to be if we lift that Premier League trophy in May. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Now, this is the first time these two sides have met at the Etihad since City were 2-0 down last season, in our last game of the season, before the crazy last 15 minutes, which saw Manchester City come back to win by 3-2 and win the Premier League. Hopefully, not going to be as bad for my heart this time, and City can make things a little bit more straightforward. So there we go. There'd be my thoughts for this game between Manchester City and Aston Villa. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction prediction for this game. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We're on that big push to 30,000 subscribers. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links. They're in the description below, slanted across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. And finally, big shout out to BetMate, today's video sponsor. Go and check them out. Links and details there in the description. And I'll see you all again on Sunday for the live watch along. I'll have the link out probably later on tonight. I'm going to have a day off tomorrow and then full of action for Sunday. Big match against Aston Villa. Hopefully we can get a favour off Brentford as well. They're facing Arsenal on Saturday at the Emirates Stadium. Big weekend for Premier League football. So they'd be my thoughts. So thank you everyone for watching. I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.